What if I told you that you're not just human? That every single day you are creating your reality, whether you realize it or not. Most of us think imagination is just daydreaming, something kids do, something that doesn't really matter. But what if imagination isn't a fantasy at all? What if your imagination is God Himself, operating through you, shaping your life, moment by moment? Today we're diving deep into a powerful secret, one that has been hidden in plain sight through scripture, philosophy, and history. It's a secret that can change how you see yourself, your struggles, and your future. So sit back, open your mind, and let's go on a journey that may just remind you of who you really are. Here's the shocking truth. Every image you hold in your mind, every scene you rehearse, every worry you repeat, is creating your reality. This isn't just positive thinking. It's not about hope or wishful dreams. It's a law. What you sustain in imagination must eventually show up in your outer world. You don't have to believe me. History, scripture, and countless lives prove it. Take Aldous Huxley. In the 1930s, he wrote, "I had assumed the world had no meaning." Decades later, his house burned to ashes, along with manuscripts, priceless books, and art. Everything that gave his life meaning was wiped out. Coincidence? Or the harvest of a seed planted in imagination? Here's the terrifying part. You're already doing this unconsciously. Every fear you rehearse, every anxious what if, every belief that life is unfair, these are seeds. And seeds always grow. The good news? You can stop planting weeds and start planting gardens. Paul, in his letters, called it the hidden wisdom of God. Neville Goddard experienced it directly. Imagination isn't just human fantasy. Imagination is the very power of God. Think about it. Every war, every invention, every revolution began first in the invisible realm of imagination. Herbert Hoover, the former U.S. president, even said, "All of human history can be written in terms of ideas implanted in the minds of men." Imagination built nations. Imagination tore them down. And every day, the media, the news, the endless scroll on your phone hijack your imagination, filling it with images of fear, conflict, and scarcity. Why? Because whoever controls what people imagine controls the future. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. No one can ultimately control your imagination unless you let them. Now let's talk about a story you've probably heard. Judas. Traditionally, he's called the ultimate traitor, the villain of the gospel. But Neville Goddard saw something shocking. Judas wasn't a villain. He was the Spirit of God, revealing the hidden secret. Paul wrote, "No one knows the thoughts of God except the Spirit of God." Judas represented that Spirit, the revealer. That's why he was given the seat of honor at the Last Supper. Every time this secret is taught, the secret that imagination is God, the role of Judas is played again. Religion may want you to look for God outside, in temples, in rituals, in priests. But Judas reveals something far more radical. God is in you, right now, operating as your imagination. The question isn't whether you have the power. The question is, what are you creating with it? In the book of Jeremiah, the prophet is told, "Go down to the potter's house, and there I will show you my words." He sees the potter shaping clay. The vessel spoils. But instead of throwing it away, the potter reshapes it into something new. Here's the hidden message. The potter is not God out there. The potter is your imagination. The clay is your life. Every time you say, "I am," you're shaping the clay. I am poor. I am unlucky. I am sick. Each statement molds the vessel. But here's the hope. The clay is never fixed. The potter, your imagination, can remake everything. Your past doesn't trap you. Your circumstances don't define you. The vessel may be spoiled, but the clay remains perfectly moldable. So ask yourself, what vessel are you shaping right now? Another story reveals the mechanics of this power. Jacob and Esau. Esau represents your current circumstances, the facts of life. Jacob represents the inner state you desire to experience. When Jacob approaches Isaac for the blessing, he disguises himself as Esau. Isaac, almost blind, doubts. Your voice sounds like Jacob's. But he feels the clothes, smells the scent, touches the hair, and believes it's Esau. He gives the blessing, which cannot be taken back. What does this mean for you? Close your eyes to Esau, to the obvious facts of your life. and put on Jacob, the state you desire. Feel it, touch it, smell it, wear it in imagination until it feels real. When you do, the blessing is given. The invisible state will, in time, replace the visible one, not through effort, not through struggle, but through the law of imagination. Here's the law, stated simply: whatever you sow, you reap. But the sowing isn't physical, it's imaginal. Every time you sustain a thought with conviction, you're planting a seed. Some seeds sprout quickly, some take years. That's why it often seems disconnected. You think, this just happened to me out of nowhere. But no, it was planted long ago. Like Huxley, who planted life has no meaning and reaped ashes. Or like countless people who rehearse failure, sickness, or lack, and then wonder why it shows up. The universe doesn't judge. It just brings the harvest. So the real question is, what seeds are you planting today? So how do you use this power consciously? The method is simple, but not always easy. Close your eyes to the obvious. Ignore Esau, the current facts of life. Construct a scene, not someday, but as if it were already true. Imagine shaking someone's hand after the victory. Imagine reading the acceptance letter. Imagine standing in the new house. Make it vivid. Touch it, smell it, hear it. Add sensory richness until it feels alive. Persist. Don't just do it once. Return to it night after night as if rehearsing reality. At first, it feels false. Your rational mind resists. But hold the state long enough and something extraordinary happens. It takes root. And one day it hardens into fact. This is not daydreaming. It's not hoping. It's creation, the way reality actually works. So here's the secret, revealed through scripture, history, and personal experience. Your imagination is not fantasy. It is God Himself operating through you. Every thought, every assumption, every mental image is a seed. And whether you know it or not, you are planting your future right now. This means you are far more powerful than you've ever been told. Not because you can force life to bend to your will, but because life is already bending to the pictures you sustain inside. So, who are you really? You are God pretending to be you. And the moment you remember, everything changes. The only question that matters is, what story will you choose to imagine next?